So apparently I earned a new badge in life. I got attacked by a Hasbro employee. Come on, let me tell you about it. Hello everyone, it is Robert and welcome back to Infinite Realms once again. And let me go through the motions of don't forget to like, subscribe, comment. Yeah, just spread the love and help the channel grow. Yes, that's what she said. Oh god, I haven't used that joke in a while. Anyway, so as I said, I was attacked by a Hasbro employee. I wasn't attacked. I was just remarking on the Televiper. and I'm gonna have to go through a little bit of exposition for this story here. So let me start off. I was talking to, um, I was just mentioning in the 3POA uh, Facebook group. If you've never been over there, go ahead. All five people listening, head over there. Fun place. You know, good place. You can generally have your own opinions, and people are gonna rough you up too much. I mean, you might have a contrary opinion, but they're not gonna be too rough most of the time. I mean, everybody has their opinion. As long as you play nice with them, they play nice with you. It's all right. And it's a good place. Okay, so you guys know me. If you've listened to me, I'm a jokester. I turned this into a joke, and I did it on purpose. I mean, because I thought this was funny. Because there was a picture of the Televiper. I'm sure you've seen it. It's that observation I brought up when the pictures first surfaced, was how the arms look painted. And it really does look to me, honestly, that they were going to have bare arms. And then he just went, no, we're going to paint them so that we can have the swappable heads. I think that's following Vala. Me talking here, my opinion, purely and totally. Okay? That's all speculation. I'll be first to admit it. So, he said, so with Televiper, we're just not going to talk about the fact that the lower arms were supposed to obviously be bare, and he's the same body makeup that Roddy Piper used in that match with Bad News Brown, which did not age well. So they could have swappable race heads. I mean, I'm not opposed to swappable heads, but I really think they should have given him sleeves and gloves despite inaccuracies of the original, if that's what they wanted to do. I mean, I don't think I'm saying anything really wrong here. I think that's a very viable. Now, Chad, who, if you've never watched Chad's channel, it's Chad. Used to be Articulated Chad. Uh, fun channel. He rants sometimes. He has his opinions, and he's good at expressing them. Give him that much. He's good at expressing his opinions. So all five of you go sub to him. I'm sorry, I can't help but make the joke about all five. Um, so Chad responded to me. He said, "Someone said it was a compression shirt. Haha, whatever." I laughed hysterically at this when I read it because to me that sounded so so funny. So I responded like, "Oh, you mean they were serious?" After laughing, I guess compression gloves too, because look at the hands; they obviously are bare. Uh, wow, the mental just gymnastics, man. You gotta admire a dedication despite how stupid they sound. But then again, I defended. I didn't even put myself on this one though. I defended some dumb things that Hasbro's done in the past. And I brought up way back when that I defended Spy Troop's Beachhead's oversized hands, saying he was wearing coal miner gloves, and I really did do that back then. I don't know why. Probably because I just love Beachhead. I mean, that's what it is. My wife's looking at me like, yeah, I bet. Anyway, you can insert your own joke in there. Uh, so anyway, Chad came back. This person was serious. Yeah, shills will say the damnedest things, I guess. So this is where things get interesting. We're just two guys going back and forth. And I mean, let's just face it, shills do say the damnedest things to justify what is essentially a stupid decision. I mean, just call it a stupid decision sometimes. I mean, I can see sometimes some guys are going to defend it. I saw guys defending Cobra Mountain having droid battle droid parts on the floor. If you guys can remember that far back, yeah, that happened. Oh man, that's a different bat. That's what it is. Yeah, just happened to look like Star Wars Battle of Geonosis. So, and I debated. I debated not wiping this guy's name out. And then I just decided, you know what? Nah, I don't want you know, this to turn into an attack on him because this is kind of a private group. So this is not really as public as, you know, as if it had been on regular old Facebook. So I'm gonna block his name out. But he says, I personally sculpted the Televiper. The arms were designed to look like a compression shirt under rolled up sleeves. Which I'm sitting here going, why would you wear a compression shirt under rolled up sleeves? That's stupid. Okay. Okay, let's let that go for a second. Um, so anyway, the arms were designed to look like a compression shirt and given swappable armor and wrist device, which I don't know what that has to do with the conversation, but okay. Yeah, yeah, okay. I intentionally did not give the forearms skin details, skin textures, or detailed anatomy. Just an indication of it. I mean, it looks like a regular arm to me. It looks like a bare arm. So, you know, maybe he didn't do his job right. I mean, again, I'm looking at pictures, so it looked like a tight undersuit. Again, why are you wearing an undersuit under a communication officer's uniform? That does not make sense. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It blows my mind to say, oh yeah, that's what we're doing. I mean, I can see the decision being changed because they wanted the swappable race heads. Again, it'd be like, oh, but we're too far along. We're gonna have to paint this. Paint it black and say it's a compression shirt. Okay. And the design was always intended to be black, as it is in the final. Also, indeed, wearing gloves like all the promotional images. So, okay, okay. Tell my response. So you're saying there's no seam between the compression shirt and the glove because it doesn't look, and I don't see a seam there. And I just said, you know, you can say that's the original plan to your blue in the face, but it'll never look the part because we all know the original Televiper has short sleeves and bare skin. Just give him sleeves. It would be less janky. And of course, he laughs at this. I mean, I'm sorry. I think it looks janky. It doesn't look. It none of it looks. It just looks weird. Okay. Again, this is all my opinion. It looks weird, and this is where this thing takes a turn. It's like I honestly don't care what you believe at this point. Why'd you say anything? You can continue to complain about something you've never worked on. I'll get to that in a second. Internet kids with their mental gymnastics, like this. I'm just telling you what actually happened as the person that sculpted it and had the official design and reference material. Okay. Can you tell I'm building something here? Okay, so I was writing this. I said this is either the greatest comeback of history or I've gone super troll. There is no in between. I just said. So you're saying this was your bad idea, or that you were too afraid to push back because you knew how bad it might look, or that you just didn't catch it. Not painting a good picture, good view either way. Now, I continue. I said, sorry, but when Hasbro gets it right, I'm all for it. But when it's not, I call them on it. Doesn't matter if I worked on it, which I did not understand something you didn't work on. It's like, what does it matter if I didn't work on it? What does it matter if I didn't work on something if I am the consumer? If I say, well, that looks weird, that looks like blank. I mean, does it matter that I didn't work on it? apparently because I didn't work on it, I can't comment that the Cody Rhodes Ultimate Edition with the vinyl coat does not look near as good as the Jazzwares Supreme Cody Rose where the coat is molded. No, I can't say that. I can't say a word because I didn't work on either one of them. Okay, why am I reviewing toys at all? Holy shit! Yeah, I just realized that. Why am I reviewing toys at all? I didn't work on any of these. Oh yeah, because it doesn't matter that I'm a consumer. So Hasbro wants my money. Win me over. Rock and Roll did. Torpedo did. This just looks bad. The fact you can't deal with people, and I meant to say not praising every little thing, but you can see that in the remark, shows you do care what I think. Otherwise, you wouldn't have said anything. And that's my point. He wouldn't have said anything if he didn't care. Obviously, he cared. So, I mean, sorry, buddy. You know what? It looks like you put on Roddy Piper's wrestling makeup from that Bad News Brown damn match. And it looks like shit. Okay? And I know people are fawning over this. This is selling out. And you have the right to buy it if you want to. I think it looks like shit. Being blunt there. And I really like Televipers. I was looking forward to Televipers till I saw this sleeve, and I was just like, nah, nah. I'm cool with the swappable races and that works for me. But I just give them sleeves. Come on, man, just give them sleeves. Okay, so yeah, that was my. I thought it was kind of funny, but I thought I'd share it with you guys, and I'm really taken aback because it's like I remember seeing interviews, I think with Bobby Valla, where he said that your social media presence was heavily monitored and you couldn't say much. And apparently Hasbro has released that, and that's what Bobby was saying too. They've released that, and it's like you can kind of say what you want, and that's interesting to me because it's like I looked at his profile. It does list that he's a sculptor for Hasbro. Uh, looks like contract labor though. You know, and but still, it's like man, not a good look if you know you want to get in the middle of a bunch of fans talking about, hey, this doesn't look right. I mean, I'm just saying what I'm seeing. Now, if you're the sculptor and I'm not seeing what you intended, that's a you problem. That ain't a me problem. I mean, I'm pretty sure Action Force could do something like this and make it look all right. Honestly, I don't think you should try compression shirts on a action figure. It's not going to work. Because, like, if you look at superheroes, like, oh no, Spider-Man. I mean, shouldn't that look like a compression shirt? Not that muscular. Yeah, I mean, you see what I'm saying here? That's kind of the viewpoint we have on it. Action figures now. It's like it doesn't necessarily work anyway. So why go there? I'm in that Paul Heyman ECW. I don't have the pyrotechnics. I don't have the camera work. I don't have the lighting. So just don't go there. There you go. Okay, I've ranted and ranted. But I just don't think it's a good look for a Hasbro employee to be coming after a fan. Period. I won't get into other situations that have occurred in the influencer. Of course, this wasn't an influence. I mean, I'm not an influencer. I can influence you. That's something. But I'm just a dude who loves toys. And I love toys of all kinds. You know, I'm big into old school GI Joe. I like some of these classifieds. I don't like a lot of them, but I like some. And the ones I like, I go with. Pretty simple. No biggie. But yeah, that caught me. It really caught me because I'm like, this is the same company that just sent the Pinkertons after someone for cards. Hmm. So let's Make sure they're not talking bad about us on social media. Because, if they do, you put them in their place. We'll send the Pinkertons to their door. Not a good look, Hasbro. Not a good look. All right, I think that'll wrap it up for Infinite Realms. Don't. Wait. Hold up. Hold the phone just a second. We ain't done. I thought we were done too. But immediately after I recorded this, it was several hours later. Yes, some more stuff happens. So, it's Chad chimes in and says, dude, the classified line isn't some protected class or first line of toys to ever have an item scrutinized. Let that shit go. If you work for Hasbro and you are a toy sculptor or whatever, act like a professional. Your company already has a shit reputation. Don't compound it. And he's right. I mean, let's just be honest about that. There's repaints waiting to be made, I'm sure. Put more effort into QC than arguing with people who want to buy your shit. And I mean, yeah, I kind of want to, but, I'm not going to just put my money down for any damn thing. I cancel my order on Falcon as soon as I saw that face. And as soon as I got a good look at CoverGirl's face, I cut the pre-order on that one too. I do know that, Outback is going to have those janky arms with the elbows, but you know what? I'm accepting it because it's Outback. Outback is in my top 5, so G.I. Joe's. So I'm going to look past it for that one. So he comes back. As where, I said earlier that he might be a contractor, and I can't remember the exact point where I got that from, but I had heard that a vast majority, when it came out, the one sculptor was let go, and in the past layoffs, it came out somewhere, and I want to say it was on 3POA, but I don't think Bobby Vallis said this. I think someone else said this, and I can't remember who. So I can't give credit where it's due. Because, when things like this happen, you just hear things from all over the place, and you forget exactly where it came from. But I believe I heard that most of the sculptors, not all, but most of the sculptors were contracted. And that they would be, work 20 months and then be laid off again. But they were contract labor, so they didn't have, like, rights to unemployment or anything. Something like that. If any of that is wrong, don't kill me in the comments. I'm going straight off of memory. This is all off the cuff. And, I would have to go back and search and see what exactly was said. But I think it's really close to that. I would bet it was really close to that. If I happen to be remembering things wrong, I apologize up front. I don't think I am, but I'm not going to sit here and have a fight over it. Anyway, so he says, I'm a freelance sculptor. I work all sorts of vendors. Hasbro is one of them. I have no say in design decisions, nor do I have any control over deco or QC. Well, I would think, okay, I can see the argument there, but I would think if you're the sculptor and you're doing this, you're going to say, it's going to look like shit. Okay, I mean, that's me. I was informing you two that you were competently incorrect, and that I was always intended to look from the get-go. But you just said you had nothing to do with design, so if it was changed in the design phase, you actually would not know. Huh. Because I could see that in the design phase. They go, man, look at that Vala guy. He's doing all these swappable heads with different races. What are we going to do? Well, we can't have a bare arm. Hey, let's call it a compression shirt. You're practically admitting you don't know either. But let us move on. As it was how the design looked that I received from Hasbro. But are you even the first sculptor? Do you even know? Because these are 3D sculpts. So I imagine they do several. And they probably give them to several people. So, do you really know that? I'm not protecting anything. He says that he protects like a condom. So I remember so glad with that. Nor am I upset in the least. I don't care. Yet you are here talking about this. Caring. I thought you might want to know you were wrong. But as soon as I say such, even from the person that sculpted it and had the design, you don't trust it. So that's where I leave it. Have a good one. Hope you get the toys you like. Isn't that fun? Hope you get the toys you like. How condescending. Don't you think you ought to be nicer to the people who are paying your bills? And I could not help it because I'm an asshole. I put up, this is the result you achieved. If that's not what you were going for, maybe you should have thought about that a bit more. And yes, I put up that picture of Roddy Piper half painted. And so then he decided, oh, he wanted to laugh. And, you know, I'm going to say this because it's the most passive aggressive move you can do on the internet, I think, is just laugh at somebody's comment. It's like, you're so damn dumb. You, you know, yeah, it does bother someone, but not the way you think it does. It just really bothers that, God, you're an asshole. When you just laugh and don't do anything else, I mean, you're such an ass. But I just had to say laugh. It's pretty obvious you care. And by the way, even freelance, you're still representing Hasbro. And, I meant to say too that, and I didn't, but, when he came in like he acted like he was a Hasbro employee. So, I was just like, okay. So try to be a bit professional. And that's true. I mean, again, I know Vala gets shit for snapping back at people, but they make it personal from what I've seen. I mean, the ones I've seen, they're making it personal. I mean, this was just okay. I don't like this design, and I've said in forums where I know Bobby Vala has seen it that I don't like Gemini's design. I'm not trying to say it insultingly. I'm not trying to say it meanly. I don't like it. Period. I'm not trying to shit on the design. If you ask me point blank, I'll tell you. And I have said a couple of times why. But, you know, he's being professional, like, okay, you just don't like it. That's cool. I mean, literally, all the figures he's done, that's the one I don't like. And I just realized you can't see my expression in my what I'm doing behind the microphone. I gotta clean up behind me so you guys can see me. I was sitting there doing this expression like, yeah, and you have no fucking clue what I'm doing. Okay, but and again, I mean, that's all the guy's doing. He's just pissed that I criticized his work, and I can get that. I do work, and I get mad when it gets criticized. But I also look at it. Wait a minute, do they have a point? And sometimes, yeah, they do. Sometimes they don't. I mean, sometimes it's like you just dumb. But even still, if I say you just dumb, in my mind, I'm just like going, you just dumb. Maybe Bobby Valla saw my comment on Gemini and said, you just dumb. That's cool. Yeah. We're entitled to our tastes. Okay, so that I just had to put that tail in. So right after all that, Braveheart took down his comments from the 3POA podcast Facebook group, and he may have blocked me. I don't know. I don't really give a shit either way. So, but there it is. I got attacked by a Hasbro contractor, I guess now. Yeah. I mean, Pinkerton's a contractor. I got attacked by a Pinkerton. Yeah, Pinkertons. Okay. So, all right. Anyway, that'll wrap it up here for Infinite Realms. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Go check out It's Chad. Chad said he's going to do a video on this. I sent him all the screenshots because, it was kind of me and him talking. And I sent him all the screenshots. He said he was going to put something up too. He said it would be after Joe Fest. So go check him out. See what he has to say. His take's going to be pretty interesting. I can almost guarantee. I'm sure he's not going to be as gracious as me, and I'm kind of an asshole. So, Chad, that was all in fun, by the way. If you are actually listening to this at this time, all right. Thank you for calling Infinite Realms. What the fuck? Oh, thank you for watching Infinite Realms. I got caught up in myself. Don't forget to like and subscribe.